Uganda, the She Cranes, and the Spar Proteas have been put to the test in the first half of the game. The last time around, it was South Africa that led comfortably in the first half of the game. And in that second half, it was the She Cranes that came on quite strong in the third quarter. We just mentioned this off air, Ruth, just how well, the side of Uganda came back in that third quarter against South Africa previously.
Yeah, I know, because they're fit. The girls have been training their feet. So this last half of this game, really, the one who can hold it in for the next 30 minutes, I'm telling you, will win this game. But they need a lot of composure. There is a lot of patience, very good decision making at this time, that you wouldn't want to lose your center pass or make any mistake that will cost the team.
Well, from the semi-final stages, we've seen, Pumza, just off her timing, they just missed that one. With just one more step. But most of the semi-finals, from that semi-final stage, Pretorius to the rescue. South Africa is certainly coming out quite strong in the second half. The Spar Proteas look like they're a side that's a little bit more rejuvenated now. Captain fantastic to Vandenberg. So that turns it around then for South Africa, as they'll gain themselves a centre pass back. If they can execute on this one, there'll be 3 goals up. Oh, what a save! And it is a call against Msomi. And you spoke a little bit about Shafi, as well as how well Katondi has also been playing in the back there. She's still showing her skills.
Yes, she has that very good game reading right now. That is why you're seeing that she was able to read that ball and took it up.
Coach Norma, you said you weren't dancing because you're a little bit too tired, but the bodies on the floor at the moment just seem a little bit tired at the beginning of the game, a little bit different energy injection into the second half from the start. What do you think South Africa needs to do and improve on, Coach?
Well, we just need to keep playing it now. We've got moving. It's more nerves at the start. They know what it means to finish this game for South Africa. So I think that's what you're looking at there. But basically, we just need to keep challenging now, because certainly Uganda's playing a good game, and it's about who can come out on top on this now.
Yeah, Coach, we see a much improved Ugandan side. They definitely went home and did their homework. South Africa also loves doing homework, I'm sure, Norma. But what are some of the areas, apart from the fact that we're shooting really successfully above that 90%, that through court transitioning, we are struggling and making unforced errors?
Well, yeah, but that's the pressure, isn't it? So therefore, we've got to be smarter about how we actually defend that, and also how we attack it. Because I just feel we're making too many straight leads, and we need to put in a bit of angle and body and change direction, more dodges, and that might make it a more freer movement for us.
Yeah, I agree with you, Coach. Well, good luck for the rest of the half.
Thank you.
Thanks. South Africa! Well, just to confirm those changes from Uganda, we see that Nasanga actually came off, being replaced by Irene, who moved from wing attack to goal attack. And then we see the introduction of Nakiyunga on wing attack. Ruth, what's your thoughts on those changes?
Yeah, Nachiyunga is an experienced wing attack, and as I said earlier on in the game's back way, they play from the same club, Nachiyunga and Bagala, so they have that connection away from National Insurance Netball Club, where they play together. I think coach found it vulnerable to bring her on court, and because of the cautions and the warnings that Nasanga had, it is good to rest her and then maybe bring her back later.
Step forward, keeper, step forward. Back, goal attack. Step right. Yes. South Africa.
And we're seeing a quarter where Irene is scoring. The other preliminary game, Irene never scored any goal for the first half that she was on court. But this time she's easing Mary's work.
Where you are, goal attack this side.
So that's a side that's playing with a lot of confidence. All the She Cranes from Uganda, as South Africa equalizes with 10.5 minutes left in the third quarter. That's been deemed the championship quarter, because generally whichever team comes out of this quarter tends to finish quite strong. But we haven't seen a lot of that in previous games. It's been very closely contested in the third quarter as well, as teams have to find that last-minute sprint to the finish line. So the discipline required from these sides, when their bodies start tiring down, that's going to be the name of the game. Oh, that's a good look. Oh, she faked her with her eyes, looked the other way, found Van der Berg deep in that circle. So it's still 29 each. A lot of short passes being played by the She-Cranes. They do require Mary to do a lot of work, but that's a lady who's willing to do the work, and she's been getting those balls comfortably right under the pole where she wants to shoot.
Yeah, some great execution of passing by the South Africans, but I am impressed with the patience from the Ugandan side. Oh, Maree van der Berg just having a look at whether she stepped out court. But when you look, you make the umpires look, and the umpire looked twice. And on that occasion, it was successful. Yo, this game is going to go tit for tat, Mampo, I think, right to the end.
But when it gets to the shooting stats, it's certainly Uganda that are doing better at the moment. 94% for Mary, and 100 for Irene, who's just come on to replace Shadia on that goal attack position. And South Africa's struggling a little bit. They've missed 3 goals from Van der Berg and 2 from Taliad. Mary brings it up to 31-30. Oh, the timing, a beautiful take.
I really love that, because it's the second time she's timing, and she has long hands. I really love seeing that out of her. You know, this is the 3rd game that she's being played, and Kadondi Farida. So it's the 3rd game, and she's already confident. That shows how long they've been together, preparing for this, that any time you're put on court, you're ready to deliver, you're ready to give the fans what they expect out of you.
Oh, the accuracy, she's not phased at all, but that's a very good look. Created a beautiful intercept line for herself, and the timing. And quite disappointing that South Africa's fallen for that, probably for the 2nd or 3rd time as well, on that square pass coming to the front.
Some real good defensive pressure, just the marking, the one-on-one that South Africa is applying at the moment is making Uganda doubt and not releasing the ball on the 1st, 2nd like we've seen from them in the past. They are quite quick, sharp and short movements, but it is that middle channel that South Africa is not closing down that is concerning to me personally, because every time that Uganda gets the ball in the middle, it makes it really hard for the defenders then to defend that circle edge feed. I mean, the prime position for any wing attacker, and Mampo, you yourself was a wing attack. Oh, just see the beautiful outside hand from Izet Griso on that replay. But Mampo, you know that the prime position is circle edge, top of the circle to feed from, and South Africa is giving access to Uganda every single time.
And a lot of outward passes that South Africa is utilizing at the moment. It's allowing those angles for the defense of Uganda to just step in there. So they eventually get one more goal. Uganda's leading the 3rd quarter 10-8 at the moment, with 6.5 minutes left in this 3rd championship quarter. And the bodies are just looking a little bit flat for me. Uganda's just looking a little bit more energized. They're playing at a good pace for themselves, not overexerting.
South Africa!
And it's a very quiet grandstand at the moment.
Contact, goal defence.
Well, anybody that says netball isn't a contact sport should watch this game, because there's a lot of contact and a lot of bodies, you know, being tested. Oh, some great play by Izet Griso. She helped Nicole Taliad getting closer to that post by her pass. The accuracy, the timing and the execution of Griso is really impressive in this match. But once again, it's Uganda on the attack, and they will just keep ball in hand until something opens up. South Africa working hard on defense.
I love the rotation. I love the patience. So many passes, but at the end of the day, it's going to count for them a goal. And look at that pass, shooter to shooter. It is really so nice and amazing. Irene still holding her 100% shooting percentage.
35-32, 5 minutes in it. And Van der Berg sitting at 89% at the moment. She's missed 3 attempts at goal, with Taliad missing 2 at 80%. She hasn't taken a lot of attempts, but she tends to really help with the load on the shooting end of South Africa's circle. Oh, the Spar Proteas fall for it again. How incredible is Falida?
Farida is so amazing. This game, I believe she came in to do the best, because knowing that Nachito is not around, so she carries that load to do what Nachito used to do for the team, and she's doing it well.
Well, she does get her own offensive rebounds, does she, Van der Berg? And she executes on that occasion.
Yeah, Mampo, you mentioned, you know, the 25 out of 29 goal shooting percentage, but she had 3 offensive rebounds of her own ball that she missed. So, I mean, if you count that in, she would be right there up in the 19s, because every time she has ball in hand, she makes sure that it becomes a goal. She doesn't give Uganda defense an opportunity to turn it and take it from her.
So Pretoria's once again having to defend 2 shooters in the circle. We've seen this so many times, numerous times, even against England, when they had suspended the likes of Maweni, but she can step it up in those moments. Pretoria, Msomi, quick little double play. Oh, there's no room for Msomi to come through. They're forced to play out wide. Uganda is really taking them against the ropes, closing every option on the attack. Oh, that's a good finish from Van der Berg. She'll be happy with that one. So we're seeing some little bit of activity on your side of the bench there, Vanessa.
Yep, so they are alluding to changing the ball. I think it just has to be a matter of cleaning the ball. As some of the players might have said, the ball is quite slippery. It might be from all the perspiration on court.
Oh, that's good patience from Uganda. The She Cranes are really playing with a lot of confidence. They're not hasty. They're coming forward for the ball in front of the defense's tummies, creating some really good defense.
Another time being called for the floor wipe. A lot of sweat and water coming from these players, affecting the ball, affecting the floor and the surface of play.
Oh, just off her timing, Maweni. So She Cranes are looking very comfortable now with a 3-goal lead. The only positive takeout from this third quarter is that South Africa is playing a little bit better than how they did against the She Cranes, beg your pardon, in that last previous game that they had.
Yeah, we see from a defensive side, quite interesting that the She Cranes are filling up the midcourt quite well and keeping them high. But as soon as South Africa breaks through, it's quite a quick transition into the goal shooting circle, because it's 2 passes in the goal shooting third where they were really kept well by the She Crane defense in that midcourt.
Mary being forced to come out quite high. One and a half minute to go. Are we going to see another draw? Or will the She Cranes come out a little bit stronger for South Africa in this third quarter?
Oh, Mampa, you know what can happen in a final quarter. As soon as both of these players and both of these teams just stay within the game, it usually comes down to that last quarter and which team has the most experience that can pull through a big match temperament win.
With just over 1 minute left, what can South Africa do in these closing stages? They had a good finish in that last one. Oh, she's finally reading it, but talk about a block party from Mohammed. Oh, sensational jump there.
It's a free pass in the second. That's it.
Putting her vertical skills on display. Oh, the She Cranes are making South Africa work for every single goal as they come out with a rebound. And a quick save from Taliad. Oh, incredible effort from the She Cranes. I mean, you must be extremely proud to be one former player sitting next to me, Ruth here, who's celebrating already.
Oh, you could see the wonderful reach that Izet Grissel has. And the player of Uganda actually stepping forward.
So last centre pass, they'll quickly need to get it down court. She goes for a long one in to Vandenberg. Can she finish? Yes, she does.